Alright, now we're gonna place this motor mount. I'll do the strut mount and the motor mount. I told him just a strut mount, but he's got the other one. It won't take but a little bit of extra time. And also this upper transmission mount over here. So I started popping these off. We're gonna pop these out here. There we go. Ta-da. So just pull it out. There's your air filter. That's sitting in a rubber grommet down there. Pop that up. Oh, there's a 10 mil. As far as I know, there's just one 10mm bolt there. Or a screwdriver. Phillips head. 10 mil's gonna be easier, I'll tell you that much. Boom. Out. Okay. Go ahead and set that to the side. Get that out. Alright. Airbox out. And there's that mount there. That's going to take not much time at all. Let's go see what he's got over here. Here is essentially this middle bolt, these three outer bolts. Looks like maybe 14s, 15 or 16 maybe, 14 again. So we're going to lower this all the way. No harm, no foul. Grab a piece of wood here. We don't want to damage the underneath of the transmission. What we're going to do is put some upward weight on that pan right there. Not a whole mess load, but enough. What we don't want is, we're just going to lift it a tad. Right there, that's enough right there. So I'm going to grab a 14, 15, 16, and we're going to torque these down to their respectable torque specs. Okay, so that's going to be larger than what I think. Oh, right, so these outer bolts are going to be 16 mils. One. I'm going to get that middle one first. Either 17 or 18. I've got all these sockets over here. Okay, so it's going to be an 18mm right in the middle. There it goes. Now we're going to get these outer bolts. There's one. There's two, and here's three. You may get the engine may move a little. Not much. So, okay. So what we want to do is pry it up. We may use a screwdriver for this. Alright. So what I'm going to do is take a hammer to the back of that pry bar there. Okay, it's not liking you. So what we're going to do, be careful not to mess with this stuff here. You don't want to hurt yourself. Okay, now that we've got that up, got it up just enough to get this in there. Use that to pry that down. Give it a tap. Okay, it's obviously stuck. And it does not want to be unstuck. Get some penetrating fluid or some WD-40. Loosens rust parts, frees sticky mechanisms. There we go. Let that sit for a minute. While that's sitting, I want to touch this side. Get some star bits and pull that beauty cover off. Okay, so we take this cover off. Ta-da. Now we've got this whole mechanism here. We're going to be pulling off. Now this piece, if I'm not mistaken, this reservoir just slides up with a little love. Or we can take a 10 mil. We're going to grab another. Magnetic plate for this side. Go ahead and bust that off. Ain't no thing. get it out of the way, period. Obviously this AC line can be moved. Ta-da. Alright, now we got some space to work here. We're going to disconnect this, which a little bit of screwdriver manipulation can get this done. Oh. Alright, you see there, that holds it in. Now you got it back, you can wiggle it up, kind of get it maneuverable, right? So first things first, we're going to want to loosen this here. The back is mounted, the threads are mounted into the bracket. I want to say it's a 17 millimeter. Nope. 18 millimeter. Get that piece loose here. Alright. So, this bracket, we're going to loosen these bolts here. Strictly to, we don't need to disconnect the whole thing, but, you know, loosen enough. Okay, completely loose. Oh, that does not want to come up. So what do you do? Disconnect those two 10mm bolts. You just loosen them. We don't have to. Don't have to totally pull them out. All right, it's loose. Loose enough, maybe. You know what? I'm pulling these out completely. All right, there it goes. Okay, now that bolt comes out. Now we want to loosen that guy. Also an 18. You might need to get some leverage, break this bad boy loose, just like that. Now, before we just pull this, I want to get that side out for sure. Well, it really doesn't matter, because it's being held up by this big mount here. This is just your torque mount, which is going to keep the engine from flexing back and forth when you hit the throttle. Okay. Okay, it's loose. We're just going to set that to the side. We know how it goes. Come over here and I'm going to give it a couple taps. So what I'm going to do is take a flathead. I got a hammer over there already. I'm going to tap these edges here. And maybe that'll help loosen it up a little. Be careful with these here. I don't want to mess with these. Now, this isn't exactly easy. Come on. It does not like this. It's so stuck. So I feel like the trick here would be to turn it. Turn it. You see? There we go. I think we're on the right track. You see it coming. There we go. Good God Almighty. Now we can throw this bad boy on there. Okay, take these bolts. Put them in their respective spaces. Make sure you don't cross thread anything. You want it to go straight on in, and you want it to go in with ease, okay? So, now, okay, so I should be able to just, there we go. Okay. So we want these to go in there. Boom. 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 Now we're going to figure out what these torque specs are. This is, we're going to do all of them at 50 foot-pounds. Okay, there's 50. Now, we got these 16 mils. I'm going to need this a little bit longer. I don't necessarily recommend, and be very careful, because adding this extra extension is going to make this torque spec slightly more inaccurate. It's going to be more torque than you anticipate, technically. So be very careful. Okay. Now we're going to put everything back. They don't really feel tight enough for me. I'm just going to give them a little snug. Just a little extra snug. Okay. Now we can lower that. Can't even tell. So what we're going to do is put this on this side so we can pull that, but first we're going to reassemble the shenanigans over here. So, mass airflow sensor, air box. Easiest way to go about this is probably going to be stick this on there. Like that. Here we go. Alright. Sticks in its little spots. Snap, snappity-doo-dah, snap. There is a... Ah, there it is. I don't want that all over the place. 10 mil. There's that. There's that. Stick this down here. We want to make sure we can see it so we're not just spinning to the moon. Okay, so it's going to be slightly to the right. Stick it in. Just to the right. And there we go. I'll use this little guy. Just snug it up. I don't want it super tight. This goes down to 30 foot-pounds. That's probably more than enough. Now we're going to put this air filter back in. And in order to do that, we're going to get everything out of the way. This is going to come up. I don't need that. This is going to come up just like that. We're going to drop it down. And we want these little pieces here to go in there in this bracket. There we go. Now we can close it together. Snap. Snap. Now we want to tighten that with a flat head. Or 10 mil, you know, whichever you grab, dog. Now we're going to move along over here. Now, same situation. Under the oil pan. You use this wood block so you don't damage the oil pan because it's softer than everything else. Just put a little upward pressure on it. You don't have to be crazy about it or anything. Alright. We've got the strut mount out. I'm going to undo that bolt and get all these bolts in. I think we're looking at 16, 16, 16, 15, 14. Yeah. 14. It's probably an 18. Yep, 18. So basically you're looking at 16, 16, 16, 18, 16, 16. First we're going to pull this bracket off the top, which should be pretty easy. Alright, so that one's longer. Ooh, way longer. Okay. Alright, so you notice it move forward. That's where the engine's sitting. Move forward, another long bolt. To the right. Keep that to the right. We got this here. Not doing anything, that's just a nut that's going to sit on top of there. I can take that piece off. Okay. You can keep that piece. Obviously it doesn't come with that. So, we want an extension for these. Oh, they're going to be 16s. Pull this off. Okay, we're going to keep these back here. Okay. Alright. There, we got that out. Go ahead and pull these out. You got your right and your left. and this one back here. Now this is going to be the most difficult part of this, which is getting the mount in and out. So how do we want to go about it? We can take a screwdriver, pull this out here, okay, give us a little bit of play, and do the same thing down here. Just get a little bit of play. Well, you know, we got enough play there, really. All right. Okay, so that's behind there. There, we've got that. Honestly, I think I'm just going to disconnect this reservoir. No, we're gonna loosen it here. So I'll grab this. We're gonna get this 10 mil. Okay, so we got this 10 mil out of there. We're gonna take a smaller screwdriver. Here we go. Just to work in. Right. Oh, there we go. Now that can come up further than. In fact, I will just pull it on. Okay. So definitely doesn't want to move. I'll tell you that much. So you gotta move it. Okay, so turn it sideways. That's what we're gonna do. We're gonna get it sideways, pull it out just like that. There we go. We're gonna do the same exact thing with this. This is a new mounting bolt for the upper portion. And we're gonna put that on up there. Give it a quick little. Alright, I don't want to try to make it too tight. Okay, so we're going to stick this in just like we got the other one out. Cool. Alright. So the best way to go about this is obviously like we got it in, put it sideways, twist it until it sits where it should, or close to it. Now it's going to drop down. Or try. Alright. Now what we want to do, obviously, I'll turn it sideways again. If I can just clear that. There we go. Now we're gonna, yeah, there we go. Fucking bang. So we're gonna drop this down in its respective space. Drop this down in its respective space. Okay. Alright, both where they're supposed to be. We're gonna take this piece here. And it also has a respective spot. You don't want to tighten it up all the way yet. Alright, we're gonna loosen that. Be careful, you don't want to strip any bolts. Alright, so that's pretty much there. That's pretty much there. That's pretty much there. Okay. So this goes in the right side. I'll take this piece back. We're gonna drop this on how it was. Okay. So this is going to make things a lot easier. So basically you're going to loosen this back up. Not all the way, but you want play in this mount. Not a whole lot of play, but enough. You want enough play in the mount so that you're not struggling. You can let the bolts do the work. You know what I mean? Alright, so this one's going to go here. Must have been 14, eh? No, that was a 14. Yeah, okay. That's nasty. Okay. That one's 18, eh? And this is where this bolt went. We're not gonna get it completely tight just yet, but we'll go ahead and put it where it goes. Yeah, and you know, it would be very nice if we could just make everything work so perfectly. Sometimes, that's just not how things are. So, what we're going to have to do is take this and we're going to put it right here so we can move the engine. We don't want to crank it super hard and try to break anything, but we need it enough. Alright, enough to get these bolts in here. Oh, good Lord. Okay, it's all in that one bolt. We don't like that. Okay. Oh Lord. Alright, so we're gonna take this bad boy. Now let's see what the torque specs for these are. Looks like 30 to 50 foot-pounds. So that's what we'll do. Which doesn't seem like enough, so that's what I'm going to do though. Okay, 50 foot-pounds. Now this torque strut. So we're just going to slide that bad boy in there. And this is going to go in there. Easy peasy. I'm going to take this bad boy, this bad boy, this bad boy, and number 18. We're just going to scoot that out of the way and zip-a-doo-doo-dah. So that's supposed to go 26 foot-pounds. Let's see it, 26. Oh, I need something else for that. God, that doesn't seem like enough. I'm sorry, guys. We're doing 50. Oh, a little more than 50. Now we're gonna make sure this is spinning in like it's supposed to. Ta-da. Alright, that's supposed to be 26 foot-pounds, but I'm just gonna snug it up real good. Not too tight, there we go. Tight, but not super tight. Now we're going to need these two here. These two here are going to go here. These are 13s. Go ahead and start them with your hand. That way we know we're not stripping anything. Snug. Snug. We're going to take this 10 mil that we've been waiting to use. We're going to tighten this bad boy up. Snug. Not super tight, but snug. Now this one I'm going to tighten with my finger since I loosened it more than necessary. And now I'm going to take this and snug it up as well. Now we're going to put this back down how it's supposed to be. I did not remove that. There's probably a little plastic grommet that goes there. So, oh, there's a razor blade. Alright, so we're going to pop this back in where it's supposed to be. We're going to pop this back in where it's supposed to be. We're going to pop this back in where it's supposed to be. Now this one goes down here. Little 10 mil. Okay. This one holds it up. Full reservoir. Snug. He doesn't have coolant in here, so I will inform him of that. So this goes right down that bracket. Boom. 10 mil. Boom. Snug. Okay. Alright, I'm all finished here. I'm just gonna pack my stuff up and get my friend out here and give him some suggestions. Everything seems decent. Really just needs CV axles. He's a little bit low on coolant, I'd say. Yeah, he needs coolant. I don't know where it's leaking from. I didn't check all that now. But it is leaking. Don't forget to torque down your wheels. I'm doing 120 foot-pounds. All right.
What's up, Terry?
So I noticed you're low on coolant. I don't know why. I didn't see any, I didn't see anything.
I got a little bit in the trunk.
Yeah, I don't know why, but
Okay. I sure appreciate it.
yeah, man.
Hopefully it'll stop all my noise I was hearing.
Hopefully so, man. If not, get you some CV axles and we'll get it taken care of, man.
Okay. Okay. I'm sure gonna be reaching back out. I got this truck right here.
Yeah. Here's your keys. Oh yeah. Yeah, those are built better than they were before,
Right.
or better than they are now.
Right. A lot of people been trying to buy it from me. We see right at 200,000. I mean,
So
the
it
truck ain't
cranks
really
up.
hurt. It's still powerful. Like when it don't act up, I can get out there and burn out with it.
Right.
And every now and then it's stuck in third.
Hmm.
To the
Yeah.
point where we kind of quit driving it. Not to mess nothing up farther than what it was, but
Well,
I'm definitely gonna get you down here one day to check it out for me.
yeah, when you're ready, let me know. We'll get it
Okay.
taken care of, man.
Okay.
Here's some cards too, man. Appreciate you, sir.
Appreciate you.
Have a good one.
Thank you.
So, until next time, my friends.